Oh, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Tonight we are down the Zoe for Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, chat. And yeah, we're down the Zoe tonight. But we have everyone else, and we have a few announcements. This chair is already starting to go down. We have a few announcements before we get started. Those being our many other shows here on the channel, like on Wednesday, Wild Ambition, our PF2 a Homebrew Wild West campaign. Join us this week for some character development. Will McKenna's character discover what a Sylvan Joy is? Who knows?
You have to know what joy is.
That's, I was gonna make it kinky. You just made it sad.
Yeah.
McKenna. McKenna, your characters are allowed to be happy.
Avi is trying her hardest.
Gotta keep that sunshine in your step.
I will say Emily did actually figure out what Sylvan Joy is when we were talking about it. So don't tell them.
I still think it's drugs.
Then on Friday we are down to McKenna for the Astral Calling, but we will continue on doing so. They're fighting some plants and having some good times. I did end up changing the episode title on YouTube to one that I liked a little bit more. I changed it to Trying Vines because it was like Trying Times, but Trying Vines.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
I thought that was a good one. Then on Saturday, Salt and Sorcery. I believe we'll have Calf back this week to continue our Solasta playthrough. Sunday, probably some Vault Hunters, just because we are down at Sarah on Sunday. But we will hopefully have something else for y'all for that. Then, of course, on Monday, Strength of Thousands AP. It's what you're watching right now. Look at this little crocheted Choco.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Traitor. But that's
he says with a smile. He says with a smile.
That's all of our announcements. That's all of our announcements. Matt, why don't you show me how segues are done as you introduce the people on this game tonight?
People in this game tonight, we have those. First among them, McKenna. How are you tonight? Who are you playing? And anything else you'd like to share? Like, I don't know, maybe your favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, well, I'm McKenna Ray Tynan, McKenna Ray Art on all of the www.coms. And I'm playing Avi, the Terra Witch, and her familiar Agate. My favorite flavor of ice cream. If I'm at the grocery store, I will reach for Ben & Jerry's fish food. But there was a flavor called Peppermint Fudge Ripple at an ice cream shop in my hometown that unfortunately has since closed. And that I still think about her sometimes. I've had other peppermint ice cream since, and they don't compare.
Peppermint Fudge Ripple. You could try and make it yourself.
No, I don't think I will.
I do have an ice cream making machine.
And speaking of those with ice cream making machines, Sarah.
You could make a day out of it. It could be fun.
Honestly. Hi, I'm Sarah Margaret. Big Red Cat Pictography on the social medias. And I am playing Charlotte, the Anati Toxicologist. And honestly speaking, I think my favorite ice cream flavor, I don't have it often, is probably chocolate chip cookie dough.
Classic.
Yeah, I used to only ever, growing up, I only ever got chocolate or chocolate fudge variety. Like, that was it. That's all I ever got. And then when I got older, my tastes varied more, and I appreciate good cookie dough ice cream. So, when I can get it. If I can get it.
Chat says that you have the best taste, Sarah.
I do.
And
I
speaking
have
of
very eclectic and very niche tastes, not by choice.
speaking of those who will be enjoying ice cream with me in less than 2 weeks,
Oh yeah,
Will.
Canada Day. I forgot
Canada Day's
about that.
coming up.
We gotta
You
go
forgot
for a
about our
walk.
country's birthday?
I mean,
Wow.
it's Canada Day.
Canada Day is so important, Will.
Is
Not
it though?
really.
It's
There's
just,
there's
it's a stat. I get a day off for it. I'll take
Yeah.
Wow.
it.
even when it falls on a weekend.
Even when it falls on a weekend. But
Who are
Let's
you
see.
and what are you playing? And what's your favorite ice
yes,
cream
exactly,
flavor?
chat exactly. Tonight I am playing Igura Gama and Choco the Betrayer. I'm gonna think of just cool titles for Choco, make him sound like a Dark Souls boss. And I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls on the internet. You can check us out everywhere: YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I'm going to actually be posting a TikTok because I'm helping a friend build their first Pathfinder character, and they kind of want a Poison Ivy-esque character.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so I'm going to probably be posting that
So is it
build.
gonna be a druid, I assume?
I'm going to be posting that build on TikTok when I get it done for them. Then, as far as my favorite ice cream flavor is concerned, Canada one. It's hard. Tiger.
Burning bright in
No,
the night.
Tiger. The ice cream flavor, Tiger. I love me some Tiger ice cream.
I have heard of it.
It is orange
I can't say I'm
sherbet.
familiar
It's
with
orange
it.
sherbet and black licorice.
Okay, those are two things I don't like.
Ooh,
That is not ice cream. I'm sorry. You said the
I
word
mean,
sherbet.
that's
It's
fair.
May not be-
true, Will.
Sherbet isn't ice cream.
That's
That's like calling
cheating.
frozen yogurt ice cream, which it
Okay,
is.
here, wait. Let me.
Which
let
also
me-
is very good though.
As somebody
Here,
who
wait. Let me.
for most of her life to only ever get sherbet because regular ice cream couldn't be optional.
Let me correct myself. I apologize. I was incorrect. It is not sherbet. It is just orange flavored ice cream with black licorice swirl.
I
It's good.
am gonna cheat because
It's a
I'm
nice
the
flavor
DM and I'm allowed.
Oh God.
I'm gonna cheat because I'm the DM and I'm allowed to do that. And my
Listen,
possibly
I've liked
3
SAO
favorite
for
ice
years.
cream
I have bad
flavors
taste.
is blueberry cheesecake ice cream. A local place makes a wonderful mango ice cream called Joe Mangonella.
Ooh.
And I did have a caramel ribbon ice cream, though I think it was advertised as like creme brulee ice cream. It had like ribbons of like caramel through it, like burnt caramel or something. It was quite good. Really
Yeah.
good when you like. I've scientifically tested it. Ice cream is better if you eat it off of a cone rather than a spoon.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I think you expose more of your taste buds.
Well, Matt's dubious science aside,
I've tested it. I've tested it thoroughly.
chat.
Yes,
why
but you
don't
get
you?
more in a cup.
Yeah.
Also, I am Matt, urban off various places on the internet. I will be the DM for this evening and for the near future and foreseeable future.
On Mondays. But chat, why don't you tell us what your
Mondays.
favorite ice cream is? And if you're
While we
watching on
go to the
YouTube,
intro.
put it in the comments while we roll that intro. Ribbit.
Ooh.
Ribbit.
Because we were just talking about Frog, which I miss.
Frogs?
Frog is a froyo place
Yeah.
in Hollywood that has pretty good froyo.
is
I
good
do. I'm
froyo.
with Sarah that I do the fruit ones because then I can get the fruit toppings and the popping boba toppings. So that's usually my move.
I miss
Yeah.
that restaurant. I miss that ice cream, frozen yogurty. I miss that delicious delight.
Yes. For all the amounts of times I've been in the Hollywood area, I haven't gone over and gotten frog, which is a crime.
Before we actually dive into the game, one last frozen treat recommendation I want to make. If you ever get the chance, a sherbet layer cake where it's like one color of sherbet, one color of sherbet, one color of sherbet in a big bowl, and so you can eventually just take a big spoon and like you almost get like a rainbow spoon. Right, might month for it.
Sounds gay. I'm in.
Anywho,
We're here. We're in a place where we're staying for a while in a town that
I mean, she's
may
not wrong.
kill us.
When last we left our intrepid group of lore speakers from the Magambia, their recent successes in helping bring peace and justice back to the city of Jula has further convinced the higher-ups at the Magambia, the premier magic school in Galeria, that they perhaps are the right people to kind of spearhead a expedition to the temple city of Mazzali, which is unfortunately ruled over by a essentially undead tyrant whose mood somewhat fluctuates based on the position of the sun in the sky. It's complicated.
Man, am I right?
Something I was thinking about today is that his whole manner of being like young in the morning and old at night mirrors the riddle of the Sphinx, which is so fucking cool. I literally like it dawned on me today that that's what that was based on. I just thought that was like a fun little tidbit.
To be fair, I think it has a little bit more just to do with the rising of the sun, like a sort of like opposite thing for the whole what the old myth about Sir Gawain of the Round Table, who was like stronger when the sun was high in the sky.
Interesting. I was getting like
warn me before you pop into existence.
huh?
Will put the Gamma token on the map suddenly, and it was very scary.
I've never seen it so big before.
Oh, that's how big Gamma is now.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about it. I know he's fine, but my goodness.
But yeah, that whole 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, 3 legs in the evening thing, I was like, oh, that's what a juicy little
Sphinx. Oh, I would love to fight a Sphinx.
No, you don't.
Be careful what
you don't want to. We don't want to fight a Sphinx, Sarah.
I love
riddles. A what, Will?
McKenna, let it go.
No!
I love riddles. Hey Matt, when I say I would love to fight a Sphinx, I don't mean the mythological one. Just look
30
up.
white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still. What am I? Or what are they?
Teeth.
Yes, because that's from The Hobbit.
Oh. Yeah, you're asking the right person when it comes to Tolkien.
I know my riddles in the dark.
Sarah, I killed Sauron with 12 squirrels.
Yes, Will, I'm very proud of you.
Sauron is apparently Thanos, who can be defeated by Squirrel Girl.
Also, Sphinx.
Hey, don't knock Squirrel Girl.
Now, is that a Sphinx, like a Gynosphinx or an Androsphinx?
This is just the Gyno.
There is times where people...
A what? A what?
There are times where they differentiate between the male and the female sphinx by calling one a gynosphinx and one an androsphinx.
This is a thing.
Let's call them a girl sphinx or a boy sphinx. That's
Because
so dumb.
That doesn't sound cool enough.
Sphinx.
That's so dumb. I hate the fantasy community sometimes.
To be fair, I may just be thinking of old Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I got as a thing for going to the movie in the theaters.
Okay, well, that's...
I play Pyramid of Light!
Matt, what are we doing here?
That's such a good question, Sarah. Thank you.
Dancing on my puppet strings. No, we are here. You guys have been brought into the city, and I'm just going to make sure I get the name of the inn you're staying at right. You guys are staying
Mouse?
at the Golden Mouse, which has been specifically renovated for your arrival. You guys are in one of the. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys choose here. There are dormitories on the ground level, and there are dormitories on the second floor. There are kind of 4 sets of dormitories. You guys are all, as the Lord Speaker, is going to be living in one together. Would you guys prefer one on the ground floor, or would you prefer one on the top floor? This may or may not have important ramifications for air
Hmm.
circulation.
Top
Well,
floor
really
is
makes
more
sense. I don't like
defensible.
this.
Top floor is more
Yeah,
defensible.
but bottom floor is easier to escape from.
Yeah, so
You guys
I
are
would
having this
say
conversation in
I
the
would-
lobby, and the
I
proprietor's
would
like,
say
"What?"
let's let our squishy friends stay on the bottom floor then, and us be on the top floor. Where if we're boxing and we have to fight, we can.
Well, is there proper fire safety equipment on both levels of the inn?
I point to Gama.
That's just something you should have generally. You should have a fire
Give
extinguisher.
give me a society check. Anyone who wants to.
Hmm.
Are you taking me seriously? I was not actually being serious about that.
Yeah.
We do have a Gama that we can just
36.
burst through a window.
36. You would know, existing in a city that is essentially a totalitarian regime because it's run by a single person. Not big on safety regulations of any kind. So the buildings probably don't have, fire escapes. They don't have proper ventilation because anyone who would try and enforce such a thing would inevitably be like, oh, like this, the God King would be like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you telling me what I can or can't do in my own city? 1,000,000 years dungeon.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Regulations, not a big thing in this city unless they specifically come from the God King. I do like sphinxes.
Okay, well, at least the beds here are next to a window, so I'm cool
Yes.
with
There's actually I give them props for actually putting windows in the walls.
I know I can see through them too, which is
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah, the dynamic lighting, it's cool. It's got little light beams. I like it.
I don't mind taking the second floor on account of if there is an emergency, I can turn into a dragon and leave.
I have a Gama.
And
For
I can
some
take-
for some weird reason, I can't crawl on the walls even though I can. I'm a spider.
I mean, it might be physics working you against you.
If you
Okay.
turn into a spider, I can carry you out.
New order of business. Buy Sarah boots of spider climbing.
The irony.
The irony. But I'm cool with whatever y'all want to do, honestly. Top, bottom. It don't matter to me. I run both ways.
I prefer the top floor.
All right, that's at least 2 votes for the top. Endurance of Darkness doesn't get a vote, so
If he did get a vote, what would he vote for?
he would vote to listen to his senpais.
Well, I mean, to be fair, any building or area Endures in Darkness goes into does become a mushroom, so it works out.
We're just gonna sail past that. I don't even get the joke, honestly.
It's a mushroom.
But yeah, you guys, let's take a look. You guys enter into your rooms. There is, it's kind of a nice kind of shared dormitory room. You got a table in the middle, a number of beds, enough for everyone to rest at. Yeah. You guys have arrived, I think, just as the sun is starting to hit the horizon. So, like, you guys are going to get a full night's rest before you head out in the morning. Is there anything you guys want to do before bed?
Are we still... So the curfew starts at sundown.
Yes.
Is
You
it
are not
sundown?
allowed. It is going to be very soon.
Ah, okay.
The curfew in general is just we have to be inside the house, right? Or do we have to be lights out?
I'll just reread the thing from last week. You were informed that a strict curfew is in place in the city for the group, and that the group must remain on the Gold Mouse grounds from sunset to sunrise. Outside of these hours, everyone must have an escort until the time it is no longer deemed necessary. So, during the curfew, you can't leave at all. And even when you can leave outside of curfew, you must be escorted. You cannot freely wander the city without guards.
Well.
It's not an all-inclusive resort.
Got it.
All right.
Wow. We really just took this assignment to be imprisoned for months on end. Delightful.
Yep.
Is it prison if you voluntarily came?
No.
I mean,
Says a voice from I don't know where.
I also think that if we wanted to leave in the morning and not come back, we probably could. So I don't know if I'd consider that prison.
Freedom with asterisks.
Yeah. Yeah. I vote personally we stay inside for tonight. Maybe tomorrow we'll have more time to go wander.
They
We
have
have a fun little way of getting in trouble when we go out, and I don't want. That's just not the first impression I want.
Is there a stable at this inn, Matt, or where's Choco?
Yeah. You could bring Choco in if you wanted.
Choco is in the stable for now.
Okay.
Been an eye
Yeah.
out.
Is Igral just going to bed?
I mean, no reason not to.
No one's taking this one down here. There's darkness gonna take that one.
Ophelia, do you want the bed beside Gamma or towards the door? Let's go here.
All right, you guys all just gonna turn in for the night?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, unless there's some way to gather more information within the walls, but I don't know. I think just long marching is the best.
Can you elaborate on that? Oh, you just meant like within the walls of the inn?
Yeah, more like, I don't know.
I mean, you are free to wander the inn if you want. Like,
We're going to start getting toured the city tomorrow. I say.
admittedly, a lot of what the inn is right now is just the rest of your party.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all the people came with you from the school.
Gamma, keep an eye out on things tonight, will ya? Sure thing, boss.
Delightful.
All right, y'all gonna rest up for the night?
Yep.
All right. Well, you all settle down to bed. Start to, take a final breath and everything. And there's a crash, and 3 figures burst through the windows.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
Oh. Do I need to puppet
Hold
Ophelia,
on.
Matt?
If you wouldn't mind, that would actually be quite helpful.
I will do so.
Why? And this is Charlotte in character.
Also, we're on the second floor. How are they jumping through the windows?
Magic.
They're also very good at their tasks. I'm not going to say jobs because, I'm not sure if this is actually their job.
Oh,
There are 3 figures that have burst through windows, and we are going to be rolling initiative.
I am. When I say I am flabbergasted at this,
Are you shocked and appalled, though?
I am shocked and appalled.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this everyone just rolled? Oh,
You
I'm
haven't
resetting
cleared it.
this.
Yeah, reset it.
Okay.
Oh,
Feel
hold
free
on.
to roll.
I think I gotta redo one. There we go.
Well, we can get, if your previous one was better, we can put that in. It was. I'll put it.
It was,
I'll
but
take
it
my
didn't.
32
I got
if you want,
Perfect.
Matt. I'll take my 32 if you want.
Okay. I just have to find this. There's one. Each of these guys is a different type, so I have to be very careful about what I'm clicking on when I roll.
One's a fire type, one's a water type,
that.
one's a grass type.
One is a sun hunter. One is a sun
Sun warrior.
mage.
Mage. One's a caster, one's a saber, one's an archer.
Okay.
Typical.
This is the warrior, right? Yeah.
I thought you did.
I mean, they got a good party comp going on.
They do.
They've got a healer, a tank, and a dips. It's good for them. They're balanced.
All right, and then we need Endures in Darkness as always. I always forget to grab my little mushroom boy.
My little mushroom boy and me.
I want to see my little boy. Here he comes. Want to see.
Also, I need to update my hit points on my token. God, I'm just short of 200, y'all.
All right, is that everyone? Let's see.
I think next level I'll hit 200 hit points.
Oh, we don't have Avi Avi.
Yes.
Did you originally roll before we reset?
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, I'll roll it one more time and I'll just put you in.
I think I was 21.
There we go. Yep. All right, that's everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Will's guys all go at the same time. All right, I will set to descending. Okay.
Delightful.
Okay. First up, a more lightly clothed one of these beings, these entities. And what was the spell I picked they're going to start with? They kind of clap their hands together, and for a second, it almost seems like they're doing some sort of prayer. And then they open their hands, and a small little bead of flaming energy is in between, which that they then kind of push outward, and they are going to cast. Where is it? Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
Oh.
And they are going to put it. Where's the mage?
I don't have a good flaming spear token that we can use without getting copyright striked.
We can just use a.
We'll use honey. Honey is the flaming spear.
Well, no, here I'll just make a red circle.
Oh, okay. That works
A
too.
bright red circle.
Don't overcomplicate things. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would normally use a Kakuna.
Let's see. One.
No,
make-
not endures.
Why are they picking on the little mushroom guy?
Actually, no, they're gonna pick on the alchemist because I can actually put the sphere on top of you.
Oh.
Not such a fun
And yours
Oh,
is
okay,
actually
then.
35 away, which is annoying.
Well, fine.
And I'm actually gonna put that on the DM layer so it doesn't cause you guys any problems. Oh wait, no, you can't see it.
I knew how to make water.
You can't see it. Never mind. Token layer. Oh, hold on.
Not me being right next to her.
I did a boo-boo. Okay, now I will go back to the token layer. Too clever for my own good. All right, and that is 2 actions, I believe. And create a sphere, blah blah blah. First appearance. Each creature must. All right, so I'm going to need a reflex save from Charlotte.
Let's see here.
That will be a success. So you are only going to take half damage. So
flaming-
4.
Cool.
Well, that doesn't seem right. Hold on. Oh, 3d6.
it's only
Yeah.
level 2.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. And then for their second action or third action, they are just going to move.
Matthew,
Yes.
remember the Nim problem. Creatures that succeed at their save take no damage instead of half.
Oh, okay.
Very bottom of the spell.
All right. They're just going to move a little bit more into the room.
Sarah, no damage.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right. Next comes the Sun Hunter.
Yes. Matt probably has not toggled DM whisper to GM on their rolls.
Oh, have I?
No, you haven't. Just on the speech bubble on the top right, click it on and click it off. Because Roll20 auto sets it to only send enemies to
Top
the GM.
right, you say.
Yep.
Hold on.
There's a little speech bubble
Which
top right on the character sheet.
Oh. On the warrior?
Yeah, on the character sheet. Right beside creature and then the CR, there'll be a little speech bubble.
Okay. Well, here, I'm just going to do a thing.
Just click on it and then click
Can you
it
guys
again.
see that? Nope. I clicked it off.
Yeah. So
And
you
how
have to-
about now?
Yep, there you go.
That, yeah.
Okay, ignore that. It was nothing. I wasted a crit.
Oh.
All right, the Sun Hunter is. It is going to quickly look around the room. It is going to. Going to run all the way across the room to Gamma, who I believe can't take a reaction right now because you haven't acted.
Yep.
Is just going to try and stab him with a dagger. Now, just because you haven't reacted, you're not flat-footed though, right?
That's only
So
in
I think
PF1,
that's a
Matt.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And possibly also in 5e, but that's a whole thing, different thing. Stab.
Remember,
34.
don't forget to swap it over. That'll hit, but don't forget to do the
that
same thing for that one. 13
Yeah.
piercing damage and 4 fire damage.
Yeah, these guys are all about the sun. And that was 2 movements to get there, I think. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm at 169 hit points.
Nice. Ophelia, you are up. And then I will me again, and then Igor, you'll be up again.
Fair enough.
Bard song, please. Bard song, please.
Yes, hello, I am Ophelia. Allow me to start singing a song.
Now remember, Ophelia has that cool thing where she can get a better bard song.
Yeah, she can do the performance check to get the better one. So I'm going to do I am Ophelia, singer of things, inspiring heroes, is what I do for me. And then they're going to make a performance check. Something pretty and more soprano than what my voice is capable of.
Nice.
That is a crit success. You guys are gonna get +3 from Bard Song. Don't tell Zoe, she'll be angry.
When the will luck goes over to the bard.
All
So
right.
that is
+3.
1 action.
I think it's a free action, actually.
Well, yeah, but Inspire...
Oh, sorry, Inspire Heroes is a free action.
Yeah, Inspire Heroes is a free action, but the Bard Song...
Bard Song itself. Yeah.
...is a 1 action spell according to her sheet. So she still has 2.
Yeah.
So... Oh, God, this is such a confusing... Okay, how am I going to do this? She is going to... What is the range on this spell? 30 feet. Damn. She is going to... What's the range on that one? 30-foot ammunition. She has a lot of emanations. Emanations?
Which are just abilities that go out from where you're standing.
Yeah. This one, she doesn't have the range on it.
You always just do bows to start with.
No, I kind of want... We're about to rest. There's no reason to not, like, do a bunch of stuff.
Like what we were doing in Solasta last time.
Like what we were
blowing
doing in
all our
Solasta.
big spells every fight because let's just take a short rest after.
So you know what? We're going to Mirror's Misfortune, and I'm going to make another Ophelia.
I can take care of that for you.
I got it. There we go. Right there. And that'll be her turn.
All right. We move on to the Sun Warrior, who is also going to run up to Gamma, because they have a specific battle tactic that says they go after the most physically imposing member of the party, and the huge-sized frog, I think, qualifies.
The huge-sized frog does. If they want flanking, they would need to be a square up.
Yeah, he's going to try that.
There you go.
All right. And now they have specifically... They're going to try and use pinning thrust, which means they need to attack with their spear.
Okay.
35.
35 is a hit. Don't forget to change their thing so everyone
Thank
can
you
see
again.
it. 35 is a hit.
All right, so that will do 20 piercing and 2 fire.
So
and
22
let's see
damage.
And Gamma, unfortunately, is now pinned to the ground by a spear through his foot. You are now immobilized until you can remove the spear.
Warrior spear strike.
There is a escape DC. And that wasn't a critical hit, was it?
No, that was just a normal hit.
Even with flanking?
My AC is 31, Matt.
Good. All right. So it only I only asked because the DC for the escape would be increased by
Higher.
2 if it was a critical.
Yep. Is
So he
there any
moved. He
size
did.
restriction on that?
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yep. Don't worry. I'm not gonna cheat you, but I do appreciate you checking because I am at times very dumb.
Well, I'm more
Um,
just like because Gamma is huge now. It's like in case it like couldn't be
Yes.
done on like a creature that is more than 2 size categories higher, as a lot of these effects sometimes are. Yeah.
It is now your turn, Igra. Charlotte, you'll be up
Cool.
next.
All right. Well, Gamma, get him. Let's see. Who do I want to go after? The hunter or the warrior? You know what? You know what they say? Kill the hunters first because they will probably die to AOE or arena effects because they don't move. Gamma's going to. I'm going to not bother boosting Gamma because Ophelia's bonus is actually good. So it's +3. So 33 to hit the hunter.
That will hit.
That'll be 14 positive damage now.
Let me know 3.
Okay.
Positive do anything extra?
Not. No, it doesn't seem to.
Damn. Oh well.
But all the damage seems to go through.
Yep. And then we're going to make another attack. Ooh, 39.
That will be shy of a crit, but it will hit.
For
Wait. Yeah, you're already applying the Bard song.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
that'll be
I got excited.
17 positive damage.
Okay.
I just get to pick whether I do positive or sonic now. Is what I have Gamma set up for, and I'm very happy about it. And for my final trick, only a 16, so that's a 19.
Yeah.
I'll miss.
That won't hit. All right, Charlotte, you're up. Endures in Darkness, you're up next. Talking
Okay.
to myself.
We are going to we're going to throw a bomb, obviously. We're going to throw out a lesser pernicious spore bomb towards mage here. It's going to hopefully hit.
How did you know I was a mage? As they make complicated hand gestures wreathed in fire.
Right. However, before that, I want to get out of this fireball. So I guess I have to die.
No, you just walk out of
You
it.
just move. Yeah, it is just a little rolling sphere of fire. To be fair, it can follow you potentially.
Yeah, well, I'll keep it guessing. Reflex attack.
Against the Sun Mage, that is a 35 to hit. That will definitely hit. That has a lower AC, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One damage and 1 splash.
Persistent damage.
What is the splash damage type? Is it just splash damage?
Poison.
So it is splash damage. However, with the lesser pernicious spore, since it did hit. Hold on, I've got this. I'll pull it up. There is an effect to it.
Okay.
Pernicious spore bomb. Fast growing wolf spores, which quickly take root. Deals illicit. Pernicious spore bomb deals illicit poison damage, persistent piercing damage, and splash damage. And lesser. Hold on. 1d4, 1 splash. So 1 poison, 1 piercing, 1 splash. And 1 square of the targeted creature space is covered in vegetation. So now it's difficult terrain for the 1 round.
All right. I will tell you, only the piercing damage seems to go through.
Intriguing.
Immune to poison.
Got it. That's not great. All right, never mind. I'm going somewhere else. I'm useless here. Oops.
All right.
That is 2 of my actions. My last action will be angrily flipping them 3 fingers. The middle finger with 3 arms.
I will roll a secret dice to test their morale. Okay. Clickety clack.
You can tell Charlotte is exhausted from the road and just wanted to sleep.
That's fair.
It's difficult.
Let's check something on the range on this spell. Oh, that's 500 feet. Goodness. All right. Endures in Darkness is going to see all this craziness going down. He's going to kind of sit up in his bed, not actually stand up. He's just sitting still. Well, no, he will use an action to stand up, and he will use his remaining 2 actions to chain lightning the 2 guys that are attacking Gamma.
Now, let's see if Endures in Darkness has learned from our lessons. Who do they target first?
They're going to target the warrior first because he thinks hunters are a little bit more. So, Charlotte, you see this bright bolt of lightning pass just behind your head. All right, so the warrior has to pass a reflex save.
Figaro is proud of Endures in Darkness.
It's their middle stat, and then you're going to fail.
Hmm.
And then the hunter is going to succeed, but not critically. All right, so the warrior is going to take the full 47 electricity damage, and all of it seems to go through.
47, 48, 49, 50 electricity damage.
Thank you, Will.
Hmm.
You've slipped into Zoe's stylish shoes very well.
I play support characters. It is what I
All
do
right.
most of the time.
And just checking if the Reborn Sun Hunter actually has evasion.
God, I hope not.
Please no.
No, he doesn't have evasion. He has some other things, but evasion. So yeah, he's just going to take half, which will be 23.
25. Bard song.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So that brings us. That was Endures Darkness' turn. Avi, it's finally your turn.
I reached you.
Let me get a read on, and with Discern Secrets, probably the Sun Mage. If I can get a read on both of them, that'd be great.
Well, I will tell you this, just from a cursory visual scan, while their kind of demeanor and outfits are kind of different, they do seem to be a very similar type of creature.
Mhm.
Like, they are just humanoid people. There's just something very off about their skin and physical appearance.
Let me know what I need to roll. I'm trying to figure out what the resistance are before I start.
This would be, I would think, a cult because they look undead.
Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
There we go. That's
34.
35.
35.
Discern Secrets.
These are a rare type of creature. So I think you need to get plus 15 to their level.
20 plus CR.
Well, that's still critically well, that doesn't critically. It still succeeds. So I will tell you that they are very much undead. They don't seem to be mindless undead. They seem to, be their eyes are tracking you all around the room. They're doing spells and stuff. They're trying to do tactics and everything. And you can just sort of guess that they have probably many of the usual immunities that undead have, like death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, unconscious. And I'll tell you one other detail. It appears there's flickers of flame about them and everything. Like all of their attacks, physical attacks, despite not seeming to have enchanted weapons, all seem to be doing a little bit of fire damage. So if you had to guess, you'd probably estimate that fire damage, probably not the best idea.
But acid is probably going to be fine.
You don't seem to have any indication that acid would not be a bad idea. Because
Sick.
acid doesn't care if you're dead or not. Poison sort of does.
That was kind of my thought process, but I wanted to be sure because I have a choice when I cast Dragon Form.
Ooh.
I have Black Dragon acid attacks programmed in.
I'm amazed that's not a 3-action spell.
So am I, but it doesn't super matter because that is all of my turns. If
Takes
someone could make
So
my
much of the
token,
scroll.
if someone
my
could make my
token
token
grow
gamma sized, that would
into a
be
bat
great.
dragon,
One
which is a pretty cool
Gamma-sized
visual.
Avi coming up.
Thank
Oh, look
you.
at that lovely art.
No worries.
I'm just gonna menace Miss Girl over here.
A black dragon with bat ears and bat wings.
Well, that
Mhm.
makes me reconsider my actions.
Oh, red eyes.
Yeah, you had a really good lightning bolt line.
Mm.
Well, oh, there's all the.
God, everything Zoe has is a 30-foot range.
Hold on a sec. 20-foot
Must
burst.
construct additional pylons.
All right. How many actions is that? All right, we do move on to the Sun Mage's turn, who is going to spend an action to have the flaming sphere move its 30 feet. It's gonna plop back up on top of Sarah.
Right.
Oh,
So I
Isaac.
need another reflex save from Sarah.
If you keep succeeding, you don't take damage, so, you know.
I have to scroll back down. 22. That I think is a failure.
Yep,
Did
so
you
just
say
click
that?
on the spell again and it should re-roll the damage.
Yeah,
by-
I'm gonna do that. God, there's a lot of things here open. Oh, 3 different creature types I have to have open.
Yep.
Flaming sphere. 14 fire damage.
Ow.
Did somebody say fire damage? Let's see. Oh, I need to get the initiative tracker out of the way.
Okay. Ouchie!
well, you sure keep saying fire damage, Matthew.
I'm a cooked spider now.
Speaking of, fireball.
Ah!
Good lord.
So I need Avi, Charlotte, and Endures in Darkness to give reflex saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Reflex save.
I want
Oh,
to hero
no.
point that one, Char.
I'm hero pointing that. Yeah!
There we go.
There we go. You critically succeed and thus take no damage. And Endures in Darkness is going to make a reflex save, which is not his
Okay, let's see,
best.
24 damage.
22. Yeah, he will also take the 24
Avoiding the
fireball
fireball.
damage.
I'm avoiding the fireball. I also avoided the fireball.
You're like, no fire today, thank you.
With the fire. I just washed this cloak. Please stop.
They got a theme going on.
No.
And the Sun Hunter is going to now he doesn't know Gamo has range or reach. He actually also doesn't care. Take your AO if you want, Will.
Oh, yeah, sure. Where are they going?
Yeah.
He's going over here.
All right. Striking
To the
belly
new
bump.
biggest threat in the room.
How
striking
am I the
belly
biggest
bump.
threat?
Well, no,
26,
just
17,
Gama's now immobilized, so they can afford to move away.
29. They're still in Gama's reach. 29.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, actually. Yeah, actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. Nope, their AC is 30, I'm afraid.
Damn. Oh, well.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. They are going to study foe on Igora. I need you to make I need to make a perception check against your deception or will DC, whichever is higher. Which is higher, Will? Your
29.
deception or
They're the same. 29.
okay. So I'm gonna make a perception check. 42.
Crit success.
There is no crit success.
So I'm
Hold
flat-footed.
on. Yes.
Till the end of the turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are actually flat. So I'm going to make just a dagger, which will include sneak attack damage.
You'll probably crit me.
I do.
Yeah.
24, and I will roll the sneak attack because I don't think it's in there.
It is not, and that will double as well. So 24 plus 6 is 30 plus 20, so that is 50.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Ow.
The Reborn Sun Hunter. Oh no, it's Ophelia's turn next.
All right. Well, Ophelia is going to maintain Bard Song, and then is going to at fourth level, Painful Vibrations the Hunter.
Oh.
Fort save.
All right. Sun Hunter fort save. Failure.
Critical failure.
Brilliant failure indeed. So that's
So
going to
they're
be
going to take 40, 27, 20, 20, 30, 60 points of sonic damage, and they are sickened 2 and deafened.
Oh boy, that is a significant chunk of their remaining health.
Mm.
We go now to Reborn and maintain Bard Song.
Yeah, maintain Bard Song as well.
All right. And because Gamma has already done his reaction, the Reborn Sun Warrior is going to mutter some sort of prayer under his breath in a language you guys don't understand, and he is going to spread his hands in front of them and is actually going to cast Burning Hands.
Wow, that's pretty boring. Reflex?
Yeah, it's only it's level 5. How is this so little damage?
Igora crit succeeds. Because the monsters never have their spells programmed correctly, and you have to fix them manually every time.
All right, so hold on. Going up 2 levels will heighten it by...
The DC is correct, so Igora crit succeeded, and now I just have to roll Gammas.
All right.
I played a Sun Monk.
Gamma failed, so we're going to take the full damage.
So it's just gonna be 14 damage. 14 fire damage.
All right.
Yeah. And then with his remaining action, he's just gonna stab Gamma with a oh, I have the hunter open, sorry. He's just gonna oh no, he can only punch you now because he used his spear to pin you to the ground. 33.
That'll hit Gamma for 14 damage. 15 if you include the fire. Cool.
Igra, you are up.
All right. Gamma is going to kick the shit out of the hunter. I have a 15-foot reach. So that is a 43.
43.
Oh, sorry, 44. My bad.
44. With on the hunter, who only has an AC of 30, so that will critically hit.
Cool,
so
that'll be 30 damage plus an additional 9, so 39 damage from the first attack.
Wouldn't it be 28 damage?
1 Bard Song plus 3 damage, so that becomes 14.
Yeah, 28.
Oh, yeah, 28 and then another 9, so you do the math.
28 plus 9 would be 37.
I'll take 37. Then
Significant.
Attack. That will not hit. Third attack. 33.
That will definitely hit with the Bard Song.
So 19.
19. He's looking really hurt.
And that will be my turn.
Charlotte, you are up.
I am.
Darkness is next, who has an interesting idea.
I am. We're gonna take a cue off of Avi's genius. And throw out a moderate acid flask towards the mage again.
33.
33 will definitely hit. You shoot at the mage?
Yes.
Yes, that will definitely hit. So all that damage does seem to go through. So that is 6 acid and another 2 splash for a total of... Actually, pardon me. 9, thanks to the Bard Song. So 9 acid plus another 2. So that is 11.
Come back around their turn. They'll have that persistent acid
Yep.
roll again. Next, I'm going to take the push down and cast paralyze on them.
Paralyze. Ooh.
I love that spell.
Actually, give me a quick second.
Now, this does have the incapacitation trait, so
Yeah, you actually, Sarah, you would have probably heard Avi kind of yell out something. You know that they are immune to the paralyzed condition.
Ah, right.
Mm.
I feel like I did hear that, but
Yeah,
my
so you can take those 2 actions back.
function. Yes. We'll switch it up then and cast Lightning Bolt.
Hmm.
Sure. That's a reflex save again on the mage.
Mm-hmm.
24. That is a failure, so they're going to take the full 23.
Correct. 23. And that ends my turn.
All right.
I'm still in a fireball, but you know what? It's whatever.
Yeah. Endures in Darkness, seeing that you have done some persistent damage to the mage, is now going to change his plan a little. He is going to move forward because I don't think what's the range on this? 30 feet. Yeah, he needs to get a little closer, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's enough. And he is going to look over at that Sun Warrior who has meanly stuck a spear through his friend Gama's foot, and he's going to attempt to baleful polymorph him and turn him into a sloth, hopefully.
Oh no.
A mean-looking sloth, so you won't feel bad about beating it up.
Mean-looking sloth.
But that is going to be a fortitude save. Good chance he may
Matthew-
pass it because he's a warrior. Yeah.
If he fails, I'm going to need you to describe what a mean-looking sloth looks like.
All right. Let's see if he fails. Fort save.
natural
Excuse
one.
me.
Nope.
He succeeds, but not critically.
Safe
So
today,
he
Matthew.
gains minor features of a harmless animal. Its insides turn. It becomes sickened 1. It was worth a shot. We're gonna need a debuff before you go for a polymorph. Avi, you are up. You are a big bat dragon.
I'm gonna stomp, and then I'm gonna chomp. Dragon Jaws.
McKenna, have I ever told you you're my favorite?
I don't know why I would be, but that's what I am. So that's a 39 to hit.
39 to hit on the mage will definitely hit.
Not
Let me
quite a
just
crit.
double check.
I should crit. I assume it's a
It
mage.
actually, yes, 28 is its AC. So that will crit. So that'll be
Ow.
44 and 8 acid. So that comes
16
out to
And 22 plus
Well-
3 is 25.
Plus the bard song.
Yeah, so it'd be
so
50
50
and 16.
plus 16. So that's 66.
Nice.
Nice.
That is a significant hit. They're out of the triple digits now.
I'm gonna dig deep. How's a 36?
36 will hit, but just off of a crit by 2. So just
Um,
another 14 Diamagios.
17.
Well, and let me roll my 2d6. 17 plus 2d6 acid damage. That's interesting that it didn't roll my secondary damage. There we
7. So that is 21.
go. Yes.
Nice.
That's my turn.
All right. That brings us back to the reborn Sun Mage, who is unhappy that there's a dragon in their face, as one can imagine.
Mm.
Dragon that arguably still has them fully chomped.
I don't know.
If I knew how it worked properly, I would use a Dispel Magic to try and turn off your dragon form, but I don't.
You make a spell attack roll against Avi's spell DC.
I'm going to use a different spell because I've never seen anyone use this different spell, and I'm very curious. So I'm going to use Purple Worm Sting. So that's going to be a
Oh.
fort save.
Fort save. Gotcha. Fortitude save. 36.
That is success, but not critically. So you are going to take 3d6 poison damage.
Which you'll have to
Uh,
roll manually.
Yeah, I have to roll it. You take 12 poison damage.
Nice.
Yeah, and you are not afflicted with the poison worm venom. And then they are going to spend one action to bring the flaming sphere. Pardon me, I'm just moving it out of the way. Flaming sphere to sit on you. I need you to make a reflex save, Avi.
Yes.
DC is 30.
Yeah, I will.
Let's save.
Failure. You will take 12 fire damage.
All right.
Ouchies.
Sun
That's
Hunter, you are no longer flat-footed to this turn, but it is going to try the. Can I use Study Foe again?
Yeah, you should be able
Yes,
to.
I can use it every turn. I'm going to make a perception check against your DC, whatever it was, 42.
Crit success.
All right, so he is going to make a dagger attack. 34. Flat-footed.
Let me bring up Igor's thing. That is a hit, not a crit. Just barely.
All right.
Though.
So that'll be 16 piercing and 6 fire and sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
5.
All right.
That is lower than average.
Oof.
And sneak attack only once a turn. Am I getting 5e mixed in my
every
head?
time you hit me, you get sneak attack. As long
Okay.
as I'm flat-footed to you.
Dagger, second attack, 30.
That will hit.
All right, so 13 piercing, 2 fire, and another 7.
Still standing.
All right, Ophelia, you're up.
Alrighty. Ophelia is... Oh, Matt, is that taking sickened into account, that 30? They are sickened 2 from Ophelia's spell.
Second 2. Hold on a sec. 1 second.
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm looking
Yeah,
at Gama's.
status penalty equal to his value on all your checks and DCs.
Yeah, I'm looking at Gama's AC too.
I'm
so
sorry,
it doesn't
ignore
matter.
that. I accidentally clicked that.
That's
I didn't
fine.
mean.
Alright,
That's
Ophelia is
fine.
going to spend an action maintaining Bard Song. And then Ophelia is going to... Painful Vibrations the Warrior. No, it's a fort save. Let's not do that. Painful Vibrations the Mage.
By the by, just as a free thing, Will, give me a perception check for Ophelia.
Sure. Let me navigate her sheet to there. Boop. 30.
30. You hear some sounds of commotion from down the hall.
Yeah. But the 32 fortitude save, please.
Yes,
on the
I'm just
mage.
getting... They have a long sheet because of all their spells. They have a lot of spells. 21, failure.
Critical failure. So that will be 39, 40, 41, 42. So that will be 84 points of sonic damage.
All right. So, I'm going to need... Let's see, what is this? Okay. You hit it with this, it seems to vibrate, and for a second, it seems like it kind of freezes, and the like kind of inner light that you're starting to notice inside of it seems to kind of burn away. And then it immediately swells horrifyingly and explodes in a big burst of fire. I'm going to need a reflex save from Avi.
Yes, please. Ooh, 38.
That is a critical success. The DC was 27.
You literally just like dragon tucked and rolled out of the way. You're like,
Say,
"Whoosh,
ha, I'm
dragon
a
back."
dragon.
So it's
Did
a
you
basic
think you were
reflex.
going to burn a dragon?
So you'll take half. on a
Yeah,
success.
so that is
Didn't you
going
say
to
it was a
be...
critical success?
38?
Yeah, it is a critical success.
And Avi takes nothing.
Yep. All right, but the Sun Mage has committed its burning sacrifice.
Well, knowing that they can
Remove
do
that character
that
sheet.
worries me.
All right, so that was Ophelia's turn, I think. So we go back to the Sun Warrior.
Yep.
Does the fire sphere stay in place?
It does not.
Okay.
Sun Warrior is just... He's dedicated to his job. He's just going to keep punching Igora.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to use Orc Ferocity shortly.
Actually, what is their reach? Not. He's just gonna do punching. First
Take
punch.
the spear out.
32.
Hits. Wait. No, this one's not second at all. Hits, does not crit.
14 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
Okay.
Second one. 36.
I orc ferocity. I'm at 1 hit point.
Oof.
Okay. Third.
Oh, well, I go down. Gamma disappears.
Fuck.
Boop, and I
All
move
right.
to before them in the initiative order, Matt.
Give me a death
I
saving
move
throw.
to them before
Oh.
them in the initiative order,
Okay.
Matt. It becomes Charlotte's turn.
Okay. Okay. Charlotte, you're up. Igra is down. Gamma has poofed out of existence.
I took 4 crits. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Those were
Yeah.
crits, were they?
When the hunter, every time the hunter hit me, almost was a crit.
Oh,
First
sorry.
round.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the attacks we just did.
No.
Those were really good rolls on his part, though.
Igor
was a-
also has a really low AC.
I am going to attack this gentleman here.
Okay.
With magic missile, all 3.
Yep.
1.
So for the magic missile, I click it. Just click it 3 times.
Yeah. And then we'll just add it. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage from the first one.
Yeah, that's enough to kill him, and he is also going to explode, but there's no one around who can take the damage.
Hi, I'm here. I immediately fail a death save.
Oh.
Dying too.
Wah, wah.
Yes. So if he is gone, then can we?
I don't know. Well, give me a reflex save.
I can't. I'm unconscious.
I've only. Can I?
Who says you have to be conscious to make reflex saves?
The condition.
on that. So let's say I just used.
It's actually fine because Endures in Darkness turn is next.
It's fine.
Okay,
Let me
great.
die.
Then I'll just turn around and attack the other guy. Then hit him with the other ones.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
That is a thing you can do with Magic Missile, I think.
It is. You can choose your targets as you fire them. So that's 6 more from the second shot, and you get 1 more, Charlotte.
Roll that dice.
And 5 more from that. So 11 in
So a total of 11?
Yep.
Not an insignificant hit. Endures in Darkness is going to... Let's see, you're already 30 feet away, I think.
35.
Yeah. So Endures in Darkness is just going to... What is the biggest heal he has currently? He has a level 4 heal. So that is going to be 48, I think, plus 32, I think. You get 42 hit points back, Will.
Does it have a range of 30 feet or 35?
I will check. 25, he's 30 feet away. He's fine.
Endures in Darkness is 35 feet away from you, Matt.
Oh, sorry, I was measuring from in front of him. I will move up 1 square and do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, 42 hit points. That's fine.
Yeah, and I'll get that little X off of you. That is his turn because he had to move. So, turn order, we move to Avi Avi.
All right.
Dragon Avi.
I'm gonna move
Avi Agan.
right in front of this guy. Gonna done a good old fashioned stomp and chomp. I've stomped, and now I shall chomp. That's gonna be I think that's a crit.
42.
I'm pretty sure that would be a crit as well, but I'm going to check. This is the warrior, so if anyone has a high AC, it's him.
42.
He has, only an AC of 31.
Also, Gamma's no longer immobilized.
Yeah, he can just grab his spear back.
So that's 25 times 2 is 50.
Yeah.
9 times 2 is 18.
18.
So 18 plus 50 is 68.
Sorry about that, chat.
Significant
I went
hit.
to put the scroll down the thing, and it went to one of my bookmarks.
All right, is that your turn, Avi Avi?
I have one more chomp, but I don't think
All
that's
right.
going to cut it.
Ophelia, you're up next.
Alrighty, Ophelia is going to maintain Bardic Song. And I have to reopen all their sheets because of that. God damn it, internet. With that, Ophelia is going to Doing painful. How do bard spell slots work? Do I have to prepare spells? No, I don't. I just have to use the spell
No.
slot. Painful vibrations. The warrior.
32 fort save.
Yep.
Where's the fort button? Wait, no, that's the hunter who is dead. I can get rid of that. Fort 35 succeeds, but not
success.
critically.
So 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's 16 points of damage.
This is true.
And
Yeah.
Ophelia has maintained the bard song for her third action.
He is exactly at triple digits.
Mm.
All right. That brings us back to Igra. You are lying on your bed, waking up from what was a terrible dream.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Good morning, sunshine. The earth says hello.
Yes, I
You
know.
had a you were dreaming that Choco stabbed his beak through your back into your chest, and then someone managed to
Jesus.
whisper, despite him using his beak to stab you, Mercedes sends her regards.
Well, I'm sorry.
Don't give him any encouragement.
I'm sorry. I went down. I apologize. Next time, when the warrior and the rogue come, I'll let them attack you all instead.
Suddenly very defensive.
Suddenly?
Do I want to do this now, or do I save this for later?
I don't know.
I am going to cast a 6th level Dominate.
Whoa.
No, I think you will actually listen to what I'm going to say. I'm going to dominate the Sun Warrior.
Let's
See if they have a mental.
Oddly enough,
That was not
they
listed
have
in their stuff.
they have a resistance to mental damage.
Mm.
Not.
All right.
Mental
All right. Let's do a will save then. 30.
Oh, that's
That is
a
a
failure. Oh, great! I control it.
Yes.
At the end of each of its turns, it gets to make a save, but I get to control it for now.
Yes. Was that
That's my turn.
second and third action or first?
It's only my first
Okay.
2 actions. But Igor is just going to stand there, ready to give orders.
Don't like how you wiggled there. All right. Well, then we enter a weird sort of phase of the combat thing because it is controlled.
I get to control it for its turn. So let's go to its turn. I'm going to, for its first action, order it to pick up its spear.
It does that.
I'm going to, for its second action, order it to stride to the window that it came in from.
All right, I think that was which one of these ones?
Right. It was the one.
Okay. Yep.
I'm then going to use a free action to drop their spear and the other weapons that they were using out the window.
They were using their fist.
So I'll drop their spear out the window.
Okay.
And then I'll have them, as that's a free action, I will then have them stride and stand. And I will then have them drop prone.
All right.
On the ground right there, so that they're flat-footed to Avi's attacks.
And at the end of their turn, they get to make another will save.
Yes. DC is my DC.
38.
Oh, critical success. That's fine.
Yes.
They're no longer affected, but...
All right. Charo, it is your
place.
turn. The guy is prone on the ground right underneath the Dargan.
A dark one.
The Badargan.
My
The Badargan? I don't know.
curiosity, being what it is, my assumption is that we heard motion from our other friends, right?
It does seem to be, the sounds do seem to be dying down.
That could either be great or bad, depending. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just electric arc.
When in doubt. That's a reflex. They fail. So they're going to take the full 15 damage because of Bard Song.
Mm-hmm. Bzz.
Just
Don't
shocking a
mix.
man lying on the ground.
Correct. And
I
then
do also appreciate you, Will, bringing them closer to a target when they explode.
They're going to be in melee with Avi either way.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
That
they-
was something I was prepared for regardless.
Yeah.
They
and then
probably didn't like the healer that much.
opportunity with my last action to do a craft. So I'm just
Okay. We get back to Endures in Darkness, who is going to.
Aww.
What is he gonna do?
Aww. Cute.
Oh, that's cute. We
Sarah,
got.
look at chat.
Thanks, Griggs
Thanks for
Codin.
the cheer, Griggs.
Aw.
This is Darkness' turn.
Some lovely wholesomeness. Endures in Darkness is going to just move up a little bit. Tempted to throw another heal towards you.
I am at 42 out of 186 hit points.
Yeah, he's gonna just
Ow.
throw another.
flesh wound. That's it.
Yeah, he's gonna throw another 4th level heal at you because we're gonna be resting. So another 52 healing at you,
I'll take it.
and that's all his 4th level heals. That's his turn. Avi, the Dargon rises.
Smash
Hmm.
him. Jump him.
So he's prone, so I think I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Yep, he
which
is
means-
flat-footed to you. Ooh, that will well, even with Bard Song, that becomes a crit anyway.
Yeah.
So that will be a nice
So 31
50
times 2.
31 times 2 will be
Bard
62.
song. And then 11 times 2.
No,
22.
Yeah, Bard Song only applies to once per thing. It won't buff the acid damage, so it'll be 16.
Yeah, that's why we haven't been buffing splash damage.
Yeah.
So that will be plus 3. That was 31. So 62 plus 8 is 40. Or
16.
sorry, 70.
Yeah. No, it's plus 16. The acid
Yeah,
still gets doubled.
it
just
still
doesn't
does
get Bard
crit.
Song. Yeah.
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 All right. So
Then
that was, what did I say then? That was 62. No. Yes.
28 plus 3 is 31. Goes to 62 plus 16, which is 78
Three?
damage.
You lost me at the first couple of digits. Sorry.
78. You know what?
62.
Also, this
78.
fight is essentially over. I just don't want to just let him keel over and die, so I'm not going to be too precise about the math at this point.
18.
Yeah,
8
that's
plus
fair.
I
8
don't
is
think this
16.
guy's going to beat your party. I don't think so.
8 plus 8 is
Um,
16.
Ophelia's up.
Wait, no, I still have
Oh.
2 more turns.
Yeah.
2 more
turns?
actions. 2 more actions. I've got to chomp some more. How's a
33.
30?
That's another crit.
A 33?
Oh, sorry, no. Sorry. Just another hit.
Okay. I don't know why it's not rolling my demon.
Are you pressing the right button?
Yes, but it does what it wants to do.
So 19 plus 2.
Oh.
21. Oh. Oh, no, I was looking at your health.
And then 3. Nah.
Did I subtract your health, Avi?
I don't know.
You did not.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
All right. Your thing was too easy to click on. Sorry.
I had 99 hit points.
So you know what? The combined 2 attacks there will be, I think, enough. He goes and is going to explode. I need another
That's
reflex
fair.
save from you.
You go bloof.
Yeah, that's
24.
gonna get me.
Yeah, that's gonna get you. That'll be 66 fire damage. 26.
Whatcha?
Fireballs. Yum.
And with that, I'm gonna clear the thing this time to remember to do that. You guys have defeated this moderate 12 encounter.
Well, I'm glad someone finally listened to me.
Jesus. I'm gonna turn out. I'm gonna undragon myself. Pick undead remains out of my teeth and go back to bed.
Endures in Darkness immediately pulls out a little broom and starts brooming up the broken glass from the windows.
What's are the corpses gone, or they just like?
They are ash.
Is there any like
They are ash.
Yeah.
bits of them that we can salvage as
Give me a perception
identifiers?
check. Give me a
Okay.
perception
I'll
check.
give you a perception check too on that one, because I want to search the ash. And if nothing else, I want to gather the ash.
Ophelia will not be doing so. Ophelia does not get her hands ashy.
Someone undragonify my token.
I got you. I'll get you in a second.
A
Avi.
dragonfly now, please.
Reverse polymorph me, please,
How to train your Avi.
with candied insects.
Delicious.
Mango.
Delicious. Yeah.
Crickets.
So, long story short, some of your other compatriots
Oh,
from the Magambia quickly burst into the room. They look a little haggard, but no real injuries or anything. They were assaulted by a group themselves, but they managed to take care of them. You guys take the time along in a larger group now to search the grounds, but you don't find any more trespassers or anything. The proprietor of the inn is kind of beside themselves. Not that they necessarily had any sort of security that could have stopped this. These things seemed pretty dangerous, but the fact that it happened at all is kind of mortifying, especially on your first night. This is not the kind of hospitality they were hoping to show you.
I would really like some tea, please, before I
The best tea in the house is brought up to you guys, and something a little stronger if any of you need to settle your nerves.
a little bit.
Endures in Darkness just takes a small bucket and just sort of slowly pours it over his head. None of it drips onto the floor.
once we are
Oh,
alone
Cotton's with little
without
absorption. Nah,
Once-
I love that little mushroom.
once we
So
are
mommy-
alone without any other like prying ears of the locals around us, Igura is going to make the comment, how much gold do you want to put on the fact that that was some strange test of some sort?
Test of what cult do you think? Or
I mean, I would imagine if you were a ruthless dictator who ruled with an iron fist, you'd want to make sure the people that you were talking to could handle themselves.
oh, you mean a test for us?
Yes.
Maybe.
I don't put money on long odds. And just takes a sip of tea and just like sits there.
It's very good tea.
Oh,
Did you
delicious.
check it for
I will
poison, Charlotte?
have some tea.
It's also purple worm sting tea. No.
That's a thing you can
Delicious.
do.
I can build up an immunity.
There was a Roman leader who did that, and it actually proved to be kind of annoying because at the end of his life, he wanted to avoid being caught and killed by a mob, and he tried to poison himself. But it didn't work because he had spent his life immunizing and having a literal poison lab in his palace where he got to, try a lot of poisons.
Well,
Isn't that the backstory of Rasputin too? Like, didn't he do that?
It's amazing how often.
sounds
Funny
like
thing
the
about-
kind of thing we do.
Funny thing about the Rasputin story, you have to realize the people telling the story of how he was so hard to kill were a bunch of effete nobles who had never killed anyone in their lives. It's not so much that he was possibly that resilient, they were just really bad at murdering people.
That's
well,
fair.
that is true.
Tartagula.
Rah Rasputin. Anyway,
You're
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna
What?
enjoy the tea,
Yeah.
finish it up.
You guys are going to get a full night's rest, so you'll be able to heal and get all your spell slots back.
Yay.
Delightful,
I
thank
have
you.
2 dominates again now. Yay.
So we know Igor is a dom.
He certainly fancies himself that anyway.
Oof.
It's a good spell. I'm
It
sorry.
is a good spell.
I'm
always
limited.
just,
I have a limited amount of spell slots. I need to have
Yeah.
a lot of bang for my buck. Do I like
Mhm.
using dominate on players? No. On creatures that are trying to actively murder me, so I can make them toss their weapons away and stuff. Yeah, let's do that.
I think Garl would beg to differ.
Wait,
You
what?
always try to dominate the barbarian to kill the party when you're GMing. That's like a standard
Yeah.
move.
It's a tradition,
Uh-huh.
It's a
unfortunately.
tradition.
It's what
Um, it always seems to me like Dominate always seems like the kind of thing villains have. No offense to like people who use it is a good spell. It
This
is
is-
much better than Charm Person.
You could say this
Um,
book is Igara's villain arc. Even make that joke
So-
with a straight face.
Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, you guys are sitting around having your tea. Endures in Darkness has managed to like put some boards over the windows. The innkeeper says that proper repairs will be done in the morning. Because he doesn't want you guys having to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Oh no, I quite literally create spider webs and put it over the window next to the bed so that there's no shattered open window there.
Where are those webs coming from, Charlotte? Where are those webs coming from?
Don't ask.
So that's the only don't ask, don't tell I support.
Don't ask. Don't tell.
Oh boy.
Fine.
Anyway, yeah. So the room is as secure as you guys are thinking it's going to be. And though before the windows were sealed up, Endures in Darkness made a point of sweeping up the ashes of the undead assailants and dumping them out the window. Like, I don't think we want to sleep with this in the room.
Oh, I was going to feed them to Gamma.
The ashes?
Yeah.
I don't think those are terribly nutritious. You're not
Does
a
Gamma
plant.
eat?
No, I know. The Gamma ingest ash, go back to Feywild, spit out ash.
Ooh.
Frogs can do that with their stomachs.
No, I'm just wondering if that actually happens. Like, can you take things back when you are in summon, or is it just fall out of where they were standing?
I cannot take items back. I cannot take creatures back. But, like, anything Gamma eats stays with him. Like, Gamma doesn't leave food behind.
Well, if that's what you prefer to do, you can certainly do that. Do you guys want to just try to go back to bed again before
Yes,
I launch my
please.
second assault?
Second
A
wave.
war elephant sticks its nose through the window.
I want a nap. Also, you already said we get a full night's sleep with all of our spell slots.
You will. That's true.
And
I
I'm
already
gonna
gave-
hold you to it.
Yeah. So yeah, we zoom forward to the next morning.
Mhm.
There's going to be a lot of reading here, so bear with me. The next morning, a squad of jackal guards arrive to escort the delegation to the Temple of the Deathless Child in the center of the city. Guys walking down the street. Guards are kind of silent. I don't know if you guys want to say anything to them, or if you just want to do the trip in silence.
I give them a respectful nod.
Hey, did the innkeeper make you aware that we were attacked last night?
The guards very noticeably kind of look at you and say nothing.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
By the by, the conversants with their assigned escort go elsewhere in the city to engage in their own research. Only you, the lore speakers, are permitted in the Temple of the Deathless Child. And there are, some lore speakers with you guys from the school. So basically, only teacher rank or higher are allowed to enter the temple. Everyone who's not a teacher yet has to piss off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any
the old man.
recommendations of places to eat while we're in town, guards?
Not a word.
Not a word.
An enormous staircase leads up to the towering temple. Several small... Yeah. They are not paid to talk. They're not paid to do anything, probably. They're probably like janissaries, like slave soldiers. Who knows?
Oh.
Several small buildings connect to the main structure at various points along the temple's height. Ascending the stairs is a long and arduous process. Hope you guys had a hearty breakfast. Waiting at the top of the staircase is, again, this name, Nikaruka, who simply greets everyone with, "Welcome. The sun shines brightly this morning," before turning and entering the temple. You guys are led into a large meeting chamber located deep inside the temple. The room contains a large, low table with comfortable cushions and a sideboard with a collection of drinks, local fruits, and charred and highly spiced meat. She proceeds with small talk and niceties as everyone gets situated. asks if your first night in Mazzali was a restful one.
After we were attacked, yes.
You were attacked? Oh, that is a terrible thing to hear. I'm very relieved that no one appears to have been seriously injured.
Don't say it.
Took care of it.
Igra. I know what you're thinking. Don't say it, Igra. I'm just like whispering it under my breath. Don't say it. Don't say
I
it.
mean, they were.
If anyone wants, you can give me a sense motive for a perception.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
want, like how sincere is she in this?
I'm assuming it would probably be bad form for me to have Gamma out during
Avi
this.
Avi. Actually,
Charlotte.
Avi Avi and Trout, you both have managed to get the sense motive DC of 38. You
Jesus.
actually think that her surprise is actually genuine. She is at least surprised that it actually happened. Maybe not surprised that in the realm of possibilities this is a thing that could have happened, but she is surprised that it actually did happen.
Does she seem sincere about feeling that it is unfortunate that we were attacked?
Okay, hold on. Oh, this is a bad bit of AP design here.
Walk around it, DM. I know you can do it.
Was that perception of 35, Will, when you were searching?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, you, in your searching, only in the ashes found one thing.
Oh, what did I find?
You found religious symbols in amongst the reborn Sun Warrior and Sun, and they were obviously religious symbols of Walkana.
Well,
He is the only god allowed in the city.
I'll just slide them across the table. Yeah, they had these on them, so
She does kind of look at it. She completely unfazed or anything, and she just calmly explains that many of the people of Mazzali are devoted to Walkana, and his religious symbols aren't difficult for anyone with an ill intent to find.
Right.
And that is technically correct.
I don't doubt it, actually. Now that you mention it. No. Yes, no, it was a bit of a surprise, and we were lucky. All of us were unarmed.
we
Harmed.
killed them all.
Said armed, unharmed. Well, we are unarmed, technically. Anyway. But,
She does abruptly get up from the table, and she says, if you would mind waiting, I have to take care of something. And she leaves the room. So you guys sit in the room. There are jackal guards posted at all the doors. There's the sideboard with some fruit and water and such. There's you and all the other lore speakers sitting at the table in the middle of the room. And you wait. And about an hour passes.
So, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon mode.
Mm-hmm.
Very effective.
Dragon mode.
I like.
Pretty effective.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
like it too.
It's nice.
I was hoping to take some of the heat off of you and Gamma, but I think it almost makes them more apt to attack you because I feel like there's a threshold of go for the biggest threat in the room, but then maybe that's too big of a threat. I don't know. They don't seem to be attacking me as much as they're attacking me.
I'm very okay with that. That's kind of like my job, right, Avi? I can take a lot more of a hit than you can.
I can take some hits.
You can.
A pretty good hit.
I'm not saying that you can't take a hit.
Especially when I am a dragon.
I'm not saying you can't take a hit. I'm just saying that I am built to take a hit.
Next time you go into the Black Dragon mode, I would like to take a sample of your saliva. I know that's
of course, the acid.
Just the mention of I'd like to take a sample of your saliva. It's hard to notice almost, but a couple of the jackal guards' heads just kind of turn a little bit. I'm sorry, what?
Ophelia just turns. I know it's a strange ship. I'm sorry.
I turn to the jackal guards and I just say, "You can ask for clarification if you'd like."
I feel like they'd
Fair
have
enough.
context clues because we literally just said you turned into a dragon.
they might not
They
have.
might not know
That was
why
a hard
I
enough
want-
hurdle to get over.
They might not know
Hey,
why
listen.
I want the saliva for reasons.
I also
but
like that you
I can
possibly
do
saying
it.
this part out loud like they're not there.
Yes.
Oh, no, I am.
Yeah.
They're not going to say anything.
You 100%
Fuck it.
are.
They're not
But
going
I
to say
could-
anything.
Now, if I had that saliva, I could imbue it into a specific weapon.
Oh.
That'd be fun to have a black dragon weapon with like
Yes.
saliva. It would be so much
I
fun.
think that would be delightful.
And think of the economic impact being able to mass produce dragon-esque weapons would have, though.
Oh. I mean, I don't know about mass produce because I can only hold that form for about a minute, but
Mm.
I mean, you know, one weapon with black dragon spit would be very nice. So.
did she say when she was coming back?
She's
And on that note,
deal with something.
and on that note, another hour passes.
She said she was going to deal with something, so I'm
At
assuming
this point in
she...
time, Charlotte has pulled out her little knitting thing. She's sitting there knitting.
I mean, I assume that she's going to deal with whoever was attacking us, you know, just because, like, context clues, but that's just me. And also, remember, like, diplomatic-wise, the ruler of the city doesn't like meeting with people in the mornings, and we got here pretty early, so we're probably going to be waiting for, like, a few more hours until the sun's a little bit higher up in the sky.
And Igor's words prove prophetic, as it says here specifically, several hours pass.
Jesus.
And it is notable.
Charlotte has made a tiny little scarf for Avi Avi, another
Oh.
little scarf for the Leshy on Ophelia's head. It's just sitting there going, "Do you want one, Igora?"
I mean, I'll wear it.
Okay.
A couple of the other lore speakers in your group, like some of the teachers from the school, do sort of make an attempt to kind of at least try and pop out of the room to look around. Guards do not let anyone leave. And around what you gauge to be around noon, she finally comes back into the room, and brings with her some block text. Kurika sits on a cushion at the meeting table and lets out a short sigh before proceeding with her proper introduction. Thank you so much for your patience. It's so wonderful to see the patience of the Magambia in full force in this room. It is truly humbling. Before we get to matters of significance, I must apologize. Walkana is tired from his morning walk through the city and will be unable to meet with you today. Instead, I shall speak on his behalf. Be aware, this is likely to be a common occurrence. Walkana loves the people of the city, and he will always put them and the miracles he performs for them first. As such, I believe I will be meeting with you as his representative for the majority of your stay in Mazzali. Please understand that Walkana is very busy, but every word you speak to me will reach his ears as if he were here. I urge you to put the thought of speaking with Walkana out of your heads for the moment and direct your attention to me. I am Walkana's voice. He speaks through me. I understand that you might be here to ease Walkana's punishment of those who are not Mawagi and perhaps even open the gates of Mazzali to outsiders. I see that you are I see that as a very noble and courageous goal, one you might very well obtain if all goes well here. But know this, if you don't work with me, your goals will melt away like so much ash in the Pusago River. I have seen the ash Walkanan creates when he is displeased, and I would recommend we work together to avoid creating more.
Of course.
Yes. After this introduction, she suggests a short break for you all to wash and eat. She claps her hands. The other members of the delegation appear kind of frustrated, and the concept of you guys having to deal with her almost exclusively was really not the plan. And only Corriday, you hear, kind of is giving voice to her thoughts kind of a little rudely by mumbling under her breath about talking with that stiff-necked puppet. Thankfully, if the voice of him, if Walkana's voice hears that, she makes no motion about it. Once the break is over, Nirakua asks everyone to sit down. This time, Mr. is a bit more friendly or less formal. She explains that she uses spells, because she's not going to cast anything without you guys knowing, to avoid magical eavesdropping, to people avoid lies, and spot invisible intruders. She's very vague about the specific spells she uses, mind you, but she waves her hand through the air. You can, as all of you are trained magic users now, quite experienced, you can obviously tell that this is real magic happening. She's not some sort of like charlatan.
Stage magic.
She casts at least like 3 different spells, some of which do seem reasonably powerful. She explains that this is all merely a deterrent for unfair or unscrupulous negotiations, and she simply wants an even playing field for all parties involved. One of your party members does confirm kind of quietly that the spells do seem to have, like, you can't tell the exact nature, like the name of the spell, for instance, but doesn't detect any effects that weren't sort of like listed amongst those things. It's all just keeping things private, keeping things honest, and making sure no one is standing in the back of the room, taking notes on everything when they're not supposed to be. So she now that everything's a bit more comfortable, she wants to give you guys a little bit of insight into Walkana's thinking. She says frankly, the Undead King is a fickle person, sometimes full of joy, and other times unreasonable or prone to fits of rage. Walkana is aware of his mannerisms and uses the council of his city, the council of Mowanazia, and others to direct him towards making informed and reasonable decisions. He's a little self-aware about how unstable he is at times. She goes on to explain that convincing Walkana is in fact a matter of more convincing his inner circle and the council of working with Magambi. Like, trying to convince him and him alone is not the best and most efficient way of going at things. The more people the delegation is able to convince or outright win over, the more likely Walkana will acquiesce to the delegation's requests. She herself intends to remain impartial in all matters, but she does hope to see the city do better, if only to further, maybe her own gain. Because if you guys are successful and you're working with her, that reflects well on her. She doesn't say that, but you get the very, very clear implication. She makes a point of noting that she does refuse to decide any matters herself, but she is more than happy to speak to Walkana about anyone else the delegation has convinced. In short, she's suggesting you guys win over other important figures in Mazzali and report back to her about the influence that you earn. She will then pass the word of this to Walkana and work to convince him to agree to the delegation's goals. To that end, she suggests that, because you guys have been sitting around for a few hours now and probably want to stretch your legs, that you return to your place of the Golden Mouse for the rest of the day. Because it is midday still, plenty of time before curfew, she suggests that you take some time to get to know the city and travel around and meet its people and learn about the other influential people who might help you complete your goals. She then stands, bows to the delegation, and leaves for the day. You guys, you may want to make a note of this, have gained 1 influence point with Nirakua after this interaction. The first of many influence points you may gain.
Okay, so Matt, are you
He's
saying
introducing an important mechanic. Yes?
Matt, are you saying that we need to keep track of the influence points for you?
I mean, I'm going to do it too.
Okay.
But
It
I
would probably
appreciate
be
some redundancy in the point tracking.
Okay.
Yeah.
McKenna, I leave that to you.
Note taker central me will have a note of it, trust me.
Perfect.
Look, this is just all I've written.
I'm also gonna
You know
throw
what
her
I'll do?
name
I'll make-
in the Zoom chat just so you can get the correct spelling.
I'll make an Excel sheet
That's a good idea.
and we'll start.
of influence.
Yeah.
I have in mind to go to the heart of any city, and that is the marketplace.
All right.
Had the same thought, if only to buy maybe just a couple nice things.
As you guys are leaving the temple to head down all the many steps, which you probably imagine will be a lot easier on the way down, everyone give me a perception check real quick.
Am I wrong in I'm sorry, am I wrong in like imagining the city as a very Egyptian base?
I would say it is more, I'd say it's maybe a little more Central American. The pyramids are more stepped
Okay.
like ziggurats. Um, it's more, more jungly.
Got it. I will reverse what I know. Mazatla.
Avi 28, 27. Charlotte, was that the new one now? No, that was the previous one. That was
Well,
36.
36.
All right, Ophelia, which this is actually quite perfect because Ophelia, you guys are walking down the steps. There's a few people being brought into another room or something, and Ophelia just kind of happens to turn her head and notices someone in just like ceremonial kind of looking white robes. They don't look local, not any kind of close thing, and they are wearing a gold mask. And it appears to be a very simple mask. It's not kind of Mawagi based, but it doesn't appear like very tied to any sort of region because it's very simple. It's just almost kind of a shape with a few like indented lines, but it does appear to be a kind of almost kind of cartoonish, close-eyed, smiling fox mask. And you do recognize these white robes with the green trim.
Kiara.
It is a male figure.
Does Ophelia point this out to anyone?
Ophelia will point.
She remembers, she doesn't immediately point it out to you because the thing that makes her stop about this is she remembers receiving a warning, beware the smiling face.
That wasn't
Or
the
something.
warning.
Smiling
I wrote it
fox, I
down.
think, or something. What was the warning?
It was, I wrote it down because the wording was very specific. Beware
you.
the golden smile.
Okay. It's a golden smiling face, though.
It's a gold,
Okay.
I got a little confused.
That's
it's a
okay.
gold mask and it's smiling. That's
Yes,
right
that
there.
was the important point to get across. But we are going to end things here because we're launching into next time a big section called Influence in Mazzali.
Sounds like
So
a
we are
lot
going
of skill
to-
checks.
We are going into the influence subsystem found in the Pathfinder Game Master's Guide.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Slightly painful, but very fun.
We may have, for the benefit of the viewers too, we may have a brief rundown on how this system works at the start of next session. Because it is interesting,
It's a very
and
cool
it'll
system.
help. Yes.
It will be very, very new to me.
Yes.
Specifically. So
And I
will-
definitely need a refresh myself.
Listen,
So.
if there's one thing
Bless you.
Pathfinder does well, it is subsystems for the RPG. But
dragon.
with that, my friends, thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. We are going to go and raid Q Times because they're online. They come and say hi to us from time to time. So thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.